Jazzcast Pros.
Do you ever find yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling as your mind replays every embarrassing moment, unfinished task, or worst-case scenario? You're not alone. And if you're a woman entrepreneur like me, the weight of endless to-do lists, self-doubt, and the pressure to succeed can make it feel impossible to shut your mind off at night. Those pesky automatic negative thoughts, or ants, as we like to call them, can feel like uninvited guests, turning your peaceful bedtime into a battlefield of worry and doubt, and ultimately your ability to lead and thrive. In today's episode, I'm going to be exposing these sleep saboteurs for what they really are and arm you with the tools to kick them out for good. We're going to uncover together why ants are so persistent for ambitious women and how they can keep you tossing and turning, and most importantly, how to break free from their grip. With practical, proven solutions tailored for women entrepreneurs, you're going to learn how to reclaim your rest, refocus your energy, and show up as your best self. If you're ready to quiet the mental noise and prioritize your sleep, this episode is for you. Welcome back to the Doze Podcast, where we dive into the world of sleep to uncover the tools, tips, and truths you need to help you unlock your best rest. I'm your host, Soda Kachkowski, and today I'm tackling a topic that affects every single one of us, and that's your thoughts. Specifically, I'm talking about ants, those automatic negative thoughts, and how they can wreak havoc on your ability to get a good night's sleep. And if you're like me, a woman entrepreneur who wears multiple hats in your personal and professional life, these pesky little thoughts can drive you to lie awake at night, replaying every mistake from the day and worrying about everything that could go wrong tomorrow. These automatic negative thoughts are one of the most common barriers to restful sleep and can hold you back from thinking clearly and performing at your best. But the good news is there's something that we can address, reframe, and even overcome. So as we celebrate National Entrepreneurship Month, which is all about celebrating resilience, creativity, and the drive that defines us as business owners, I thought this is a perfect time to remind you that thriving as an entrepreneur isn't just about the hustle. It's about building sustainable habits that support long-term growth and innovation. Sleep, often overlooked, is the ultimate performance tool. Today, I want to reframe rest as an essential part of your entrepreneurship journey and provide you the tools to prioritize sleep to unlock your full potential. Whether you're scaling a business or starting a new venture, this episode will inspire you to make rest a non-negotiable part of your success story. First, I want to break down ants, or these automatic negative thoughts, which are these spontaneous, instinctive, knee-jerk negative thoughts, right? They're these mental patterns that creep into your head without warning. And they often come in the form of self-criticism, worry, or fear. For example, I'll never get everything done tomorrow, or I'm not good enough to land this deal. Does that sound familiar? These thoughts are often irrational, but they feel incredibly real in the moment. Or the classic, if I don't sleep tonight, my whole day tomorrow will be ruined. As women, we're often juggling so many roles as leaders, caregivers, partners, that the mental load can often feel overwhelming. So it's no wonder that your brain spirals into overthinking and self-doubt. But here's the catch. These thoughts aren't just annoying, they're directly impacting your ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. The problem is that when these ants invade your mind, especially at bedtime, they activate your stress response. So your heart rate increases, cortisol levels spike, and your body stays in a state of alertness. All the opposites of what you need to wind down and to fall asleep. As women entrepreneurs, our relationship with sleep is often strained because we're pulled in so many directions. The entrepreneurial world glorifies the hustle, and caregiving roles glorifies sacrifice. And these pressures amplify our ants, leaving us caught in a cycle of overwork, worry, and sleep deprivation. And when this affects your sleep, it can impact your creativity and innovation. You know, those aha moments that drive business growth happen during REM sleep. Without enough rest, it's harder to think outside the box or to solve complex problems, or even simple problems, right? Decision making. As business owners, we make countless decisions daily. Sleep-deprived brains are prone to rash, emotional choices rather than thoughtful, strategic ones. It affects our emotional regulation. The highs and lows of entrepreneurship are intense, but without sleep, we're less equipped to handle stress, setbacks, or even success. And last, sleep is a safeguard against burnout, a condition that disproportionately affects women who are trying to do it all. Addressing ants isn't just about sleep. It's about empowering yourself to show up stronger, smarter, and more resilient in every area of your life. Okay, so then the question is, what do we do about it, right? How do we tame those ants and reclaim our rest? Well, I have some simple, practical strategies for you. The first step is awareness. Identify the ant. Start noticing when a negative thought enters your mind. Is it a what-if worry, a self-critical statement? Write it down if you need to. Sometimes seeing it on paper helps you recognize how unhelpful or counterproductive it might be. The next is to catch and challenge the thought. When an ant pops into your head, I want you to ask yourself, is this thought true? What evidence do I have to support it? And for example, if you're thinking, I'll never finish everything tomorrow, reframe it to, I'll prioritize what matters most and tackle the rest later. I want you to reframe the thought. Replace the negative thought with a more balanced or positive one. Instead of, I'll be a wreck tomorrow, I want you to try, even if I don't sleep well tonight, I can still function and take steps to improve tomorrow. The next is to practice relaxation techniques. Once you've reframed your thought, I want you to focus on calming your body and your mind. Techniques like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or guided meditations can help shift your nervous system into a state of relaxation. And last, I want you to create a nighttime routine. A consistent bedtime routine can act as a cue for your brain that it's time to wind down. Activities like journaling, gentle stretching, or reading a calming book can help quiet your thoughts. Also, preparing a comfortable, calming space signals to your brain that it's safe to let go and rest. And while these strategies can help you in the moment, I want you to realize that managing these automatic negative thoughts is an ongoing process. And there are a few habits that you might want to start practicing and cultivating over time. And the first is a gratitude practice. I want you to spend a few minutes before bed reflecting on positive moments from the day. And gratitude helps to shift your focus away from negativity. And the second is mindfulness and meditation. These practices train your brain to observe thoughts without getting caught up in them, reducing the power that they have over time. And I want you to remember that it's okay if you need additional help or support. If these automatic negative thoughts are overwhelming, right? There are therapists and sleep coaches like myself that can offer tailored solutions to help your specific needs. I know these automatic negative thoughts might feel like an inevitable part of life, but they don't have to take control of your sleep. By learning to recognize, challenge, and reframe these thoughts, you can create a more peaceful mind and a more restful night. So here's the big takeaway. Sleep isn't a time waster. It is your secret weapon. It powers your ability to think clearly, connect deeply, and create boldly. And when you prioritize your sleep, you're not just helping yourself, you're setting an example for your team, your family, and your community that rest is essential, not optional. I want you to challenge this outdated narrative that sleep is for the weak or that hustle means sacrificing your health. Instead, I want you to celebrate rest as a foundation for success, whether that's running a business, raising a family, or looking to change the world. Thank you for tuning in to the Doze Podcast. I hope that today's episode has inspired you to evict those ants, embrace sleep, and take ownership of your well-being as the ultimate business strategy. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might be struggling with their sleep. And don't forget to follow the Doze Podcast with a Z so that you never miss an episode. Until next time, remember, your pure potential if you change how well you sleep.